You are now listening to Rings Kings Boxing World.
All right, you're rocking with Ring Kings Boxing World. I'm Big Q chiming on this episode of Ring Kings Boxing. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, and feel free to share the show's link on your social media feed. In this episode, we're talking about Regis Prograis. He's upset, man. As you see the young fighter there sparring and getting his workout on. And this one coming from BoxingNews24.com, Regis Prograis upset about the Ramirez versus Zepeda fighting for the vacant WBC 140-pound title. Let's get into it from Sam Bowles dropping the scoop. Prograis is upset on Friday that the WBC ordered Jose Ramirez and Jose Zepeda to battle for the vacant 140-pound title with their organization. Now, Regis Prograis is number 3 with 27-1 with 23 knockouts, feels that he should be the one that gets a crack at the WBC, the 140-pound title, which was vacated by Josh Taylor on Friday. Now, in Prograis' last fight, he stopped Tyrone McKenna in 6 rounds in a WBC light welterweight title eliminator on March the 19th. But Regis says that the victory should mean that he's given a shot at the vacant WBC 140 belt. But apparently the WBC has another mandatory ahead of Prograis when number 1 Ramirez and number 2 Zepeda meet. Now, both contenders are ranked ahead of Regis by the WBC, and it's easy to see why. Now, Ramirez and Zepeda have fought better opposition lately than Regis, which has been taking it easy with soft fights against McKenna and Radak. Now, moreover, Regis, who's 33, hasn't helped himself by fighting only once a year since narrowing the 12-round majority decision loss to Taylor in October the 2019. After that defeat, Prograis should have been fighting twice a year in the last 2 years instead of only once. I agree with this, but he's chosen to fight on an annual basis only, just like Gary Russell does, Gary Russell Jr. As many contenders like Prograis are finding out, when you fight only once a year against weak opposition, as he's done, the sanctioning bodies respond by only moving you in small increments. So if Prograis wants to know why he's been passed by the WBA and the WBC to compete for their vacant belts, he only needs to look in the mirror. So this is what Regis was saying. Y'all tell me this, answer me this. How are 2 titles, the WBA and WBC, vacant, and I'm not fighting for either one of them, says Prograis on social media, complaining about being passed by the sanctioning bodies. And according to him, quote, "This shit doesn't make sense, bro. I was supposed to fight for the WBA. You saw what they did, right?" said Prograis about the WBA ordering number 1 Akhmadov and Apulio to battle for the recently vacated 140 title. Now that the WBC got Ramirez and Zepeda fighting each other for the other WBC, and I'm not in the mix. First of all, my last fight against McKenna was mandatory to fight for the WBC 140 title. If you know what mandatory means, I'm supposed to be the next. What the F is going on, bro? What is going on? How am I not fighting for either one? This shit is insane. This shit is not making sense. I don't even know what to say. Somebody fix this, please, says Prograis. As you can see it, and you can see he tweeted out what the advertisement was for the WBC fighting for that vacant title, the WBC super lightweight title, was vacated by Josh Taylor. Well, so and then this writer, of course, you can see that's the video right there where Regis was asking them those questions in the matchup. And listen, Regis is a fantastic fighter, man. But this writer makes a lot of great points. I don't agree with everything that he was saying in this fight. I really don't agree with everything that he was saying in this article about Regis Prograis, but the majority of it I do. He makes a valid point that Regis Prograis needs to fight twice a year. I do agree with that, because most of the opposition that's in the same associations with him are doing that. In order to keep up, you need to do that. You need to start fighting at least twice a year. I understand that. And kind of level up the competition too. Now, that's not to say that just because he's not fighting for those belts. But Regis, he from down here where we from. Regis, step it up, baby. You know, just hang in there, keep fighting hard, and things are going to work out for you. So that's my thinking to Regis Prograis. But let me shoot this question to you. What do you guys think? Do you think the WBC is fair for how they handle this situation with Regis Prograis? Do you think both these boxing organizations were correct in their movements to move other fighters in those vacant titles? Y'all let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about it. Was it correct or was it incorrect? What does Regis have to do, in your opinion, to get to them titles? Anyway, with that being said, I'm Big Q chiming on this episode of Ring Kings Boxing. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the share button, and feel free to share Ring Kings Boxing on your social media feed with other boxing family members. Y'all have a fantastic 4th of July weekend, and I'm out. Peace.
Subscribe now and make Ring Kings Boxing your source for all the latest fight news.